Hi Reddit, recapped here. Today we are going to tell you a collection of stories titled What's the Worst Date You've Ever Had? Enjoy our community's stories. As always, stay safe and take care. Met a girl online, everything seemed okay and the conversations were good, so a few days later we decided to meet for coffee and go for dinner later. I show up to the cafe about 45 minutes early and order a coffee, intending to read for a bit. While I'm reading, I notice an older fellow staring and taking far too much interest in me before leaving. Odd, but okay. Continue to read until about 10 till meetup, when I text the girl that I'm already at the cafe. Shortly after, the odd older fellow comes back in one entrance, and this sets off my spidey sense, so I'm making my way to the other entrance when my date catches my arm to say hi. I tell her we should step out for a minute, getting a bad vibe from this guy. She asks which one, so I describe him. It's her goddamn dad, doing advanced recon for her dates at 24 years old. I was a bit sketched out at that, but thought maybe she had some bad dating history that possibly made sense. I met her dad. He said they wanted to make sure I was who I said I was, and to enjoy the date. He leaves and she says being an only child has its downsides. Makes enough sense. We get coffee and chat for a bit, walk in a nearby park and decide where to go for dinner. We get to my car and she asks if I could take her home to grab a jacket before dinner. No big deal. We arrive at her place, lives with parents, and I talk to her mom and dad while the date grabs a jacket. They seem nice, but overbearing parents. Date calls me back to her room to meet her cat, and the entire time I'm meeting her cat, the parents are hawking nearby, obviously eavesdropping, and it's obvious the date is dragging her feet for some reason. I said something about getting out to dinner before the rush, and her parents, who happened to be walking by, ask where we were going before they start a dialogue on local restaurants, which pivots to ordering delivery/carryout, and how we should just do dinner together at their place. I told them no offense, but I'd greatly prefer to dine in someplace relaxed and get to know their daughter. They seem really resistant to this. I'm agitated and ask if this is how her dates normally go. They said no, normally we don't let her go out with men, but you passed the background check and your messages to her made you seem nice, like you'd have dinner with us. I was flabbergasted. They ran a background check on me, read our exchanges online as well as the advanced recon, and expected me to have dinner with two additional people I hardly knew when I was expecting a date. I told them that will absolutely not work for me, and that they are being extremely over the top with their expectations and precautions. I left. Later received a torrent of text messages and calls to the general sentiment of "you were supposed to be better than this." I don't respond for a day before telling her/them this is not normal or healthy. I refuse to be any part of it, and will be blocking their number and filing restraining orders if I find them lurking around. I had a date to send her drink back several times, and eventually had our server bring out all of the ingredients in separate glasses, so that she could mix it herself, the right way. What's worse is we were both in the service industry at the time. This marks the end of the collection of stories titled What's the Worst Date You've Ever Had? I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Turn on your notifications and leave a comment to help the channel grow.